Today we have the pleasure to converse with the super talented and now two-time Grammy nominated superstar DJ Steve Aoki. Thank you so much for talking to Out Loud, Steve.
No problem.
Talking about Grammy nominations, your Netflix documentary Asleep When I'm Dead is currently nominated for Best Film, correct?
Yeah.
Was it your idea to make the film?
I don't know if it was my idea or if it was their idea. I don't really know how it all started. But I do know that we did start filming, and we started filming 3 years. I mean, 3 years ago, even longer than that at this point now. Yeah, so it's been quite some time ago, and it's been a long journey for sure. I have a team that I travel with, so I've been filming and documenting my own YouTube series called On the Road, and we just recapped at the end of this last year with our 200th episode, and it was exciting to do it with a different crew, with a different vision. Like I always say, like I gave them the keys to my house, and I said, you know what, you can open up any door you want, go down any lane you want, and I'll follow you. But I wouldn't necessarily open that door. That's not something I would do. So I kind of needed them to initiate a lot of this, the journey, the narrative that they went down.
What great film, let me tell you. I've watched it like 4 times already. I think it's so interesting. And you open up in a way that we hadn't really seen before.
Yeah.
Did you expect the nomination?
No, I did not. Absolutely not. I wasn't even looking. I was just like someone told me, like, "Hey, you're nominated." I'm like, "We're nominated for what?" Yeah, so I had no idea I was even nominated to begin with. So it was like I was totally shocked. But I'm happy that it connected with people in the way that it did. I'm really happy that there's a connection there. I mean, I think with this film, there's of course there's the EDM aspect because it goes into the world that I exist in, but there's a family and personal aspect that I think can relate to people outside of EDM. You don't have to be in the DJ world. You have to be in EDM to have a relationship with like everyone has a relationship with their parents, whether it's broken or it's distant or it's close, and at least there's that kind of parallel there.
Yeah, before the documentary came out, not a lot of people knew that your dad was the creator of Benihana. However, nothing was handed to you on a silver platter. You worked there peeling onions, right? So how did chopping onions help you to get to where you are now? Like, what makes Aoki big?
Well, I mean, it's the grind. You have to start from the bottom, and you have to really build from the bottom, and you have to understand, every step of the way. The attention to detail is incredibly important, and you can't really skip a lot of the steps. You have to do it from the bottom. You have to do the whole process, and handouts don't help you.
Yeah.
They don't help you. They stun you. In my opinion. Like for me, if I got the handout, I don't know if I would have a business for 20 years.
Yeah.
If I survived for 20 years because we hustled, we grinded, we went, we found by any means necessary every way we possibly could to get our music out there, to build our own ecosystem, to build a community that can support us. That's why our slogan is by any means necessary. And I only hire people that have the same kind of philosophy. And if you don't, it's like the company's not made for you. So I just team myself with people that have the same drive and ambition, and and like, work hard.
You certainly work hard. I mean, you're one of the few DJs, if not the only one, that has collaborated within many music genres. I mean, some people don't want to do collabs out of their genre because they're afraid to get criticized. So, what drives you to not care and just go for it? And have you ever turned down a collab?
Well, I've gotten flack from many people for doing all kinds of things all the time. Doesn't matter what it is, whether it's collaborations, whether I'm wearing pink shoes or whatever the hell I'm doing. I'm like getting criticized, and after a while you just get used to it. You're like, yeah, I don't fucking care. I'm gonna do what I like to do, whether people like it or not. And so I've been, just because I've been a target for a lot of people for many years, it's like helped me just like go. If if I cared what people thought so much, I definitely wouldn't be where I am today. So I just can't dwell on that and just kind of focus on things that drive me, that make me feel something, and collaborations that I turn down. There's no reason to even talk about it if I turn it down. There's plenty of collaborations I've done that we never got to the finish line. And then I'm like, oh, that could have been so good. And it takes time to get there. It's not easy. It's not like nothing comes easy. It takes time to really develop a relationship, to develop a bond, develop a story that really blends and molds together in the right way. And that's why just doing this record with Louis Tomlinson for Just Hold On, it took time for us to get there. We were part of the process every single bit of the way from point A to point Z, and we worked together, hand-holding this song, and I'm just so proud of it. So proud of where it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, collaborating with someone like Louis has certainly brought eyes on you. And I'm talking about the teens' eyes, 10, 16, 18-year-olds that follow him, that didn't really know, who you were. But now, thanks to that collaboration, that's gotten you on the team map. Does that give you a sense of moral responsibility towards that younger generation that started to follow you?
No, because the music is, when I think about the music, it's transcendent. It connects with people. I don't really go like, I mean, I guess more responsibility. I don't know. I think of this song as, I guess lyrically, we're not trying to G-rate it. We're not trying to be like, this song connects with all people.
Yeah.
Whether you're 14, whether you're 10, whether you're 50, whether you're in your 20s in college. It just really connects with all people. The idea that through hard times you carry on, you move forward, and you don't dwell, and you don't have self-pity, you don't stop in your tracks, you don't bury your head in the sand, you go forward. That's important in life.
Yeah.
So I guess that's your moral responsibility, if anything. That's a moral responsibility to life, to living.
Yeah.
Not necessarily to age.
You have a show coming up here in Miami February 3rd. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, I love Story. I've played there plenty of times. I have an incredible base and foundation in Miami. I wish I could come out there more and more. I'm from Miami. I was born there. So I love coming there. It's such a great crowd and such a great club. And this is, in places like this, is where you find where I give the exclusive first taste to my music. So this is really for the fans. If you're a real fan, you're gonna get the first time I play songs, and I may not ever put out. And I've done that before. I've been working on this remix, and I played that version out in the club, and I went back in the studio to completely change the whole thing. So the only time it's ever been heard was in the club. So whoever recorded that has the only version of that. So I do that in places like this, and I'm working on like 2 new tracks, and I have a feeling I'm going to be testing those out in Story. And I have all these new songs coming out, so I've half my set's all like unreleased stuff. So if you're a fan, you want to be there.
Yeah, you should definitely bring the Aoki experience to Miami more often. We love you here. As you said, you have a solid fan base, and we can't wait to see you. So, thank you so much, Steve, for your time.
You got it. Thank you.
Don't forget to check out his Netflix documentary, I'll Sleep When I'm Dead, and don't miss the opportunity to watch him live at Story Nightclub this Friday, February 3rd. Thank you for listening, and remember to always be out loud.